Alright guys, I'm back with the next video in the series. In the last video we just did the collision detection between the bird and the pipes, and now we're going to make the bird fall to the ground after a collision with a pipe is detected. Or if the bird flies too high and hits the ceiling, we can also make them fall. So how are we going to do this? So basically what we're going to do is, I think we're going to give the bird some gravity when it's dead, and we're going to let gravity pull the bird down until it hits the ground, and then we're going to put the bird on the ground. So to do that, I'm going to open up bird class, and let's see. The bird class has it has a state of either alive or dead. So this guy, let's move this like that. So this state, we're going to check when it's dead, and when it's dead we're going to give it some gravity. Okay, so right now we're just setting its velocity to 0 when it's dead, so it's not moving. So instead of this, we're going to we're going to set the velocity of x to 0. I don't think you really need to do this because it's actually already at 0 all the time. The pipes are the ones that are moving, not the bird, but just for clarity's sake, I'll say velocity x equals 0, and then excel.y equals, do we have a gravity? Yeah, we do have a gravity. We'll just use the gravity parameter for now and see how that looks. Well, let's also set the val.y velocity to 0 as well. Okay. Oops, pressed the wrong button. And what else do we have to do here? We have to, in the act method, if we go underneath or if we hit the ground, we have to make sure that we stay above the ground, because if we don't check that, the bird will just fall through the ground and keep falling. So I think we already have some methods here. Like if you look at this act alive method, we have, if it's below ground, we set it to the ground level. So I'm just going to steal this. If y is below ground, or if is below ground, we'll set it there. And we don't really need to kill the bird again, so get rid of that. Okay, so let's see how this looks. So here it is. Let's hit this guy. No, it didn't work. And I think that's because in our gameplay screen, we need to call this gameplay stage act method even when the game is considered dead. Maybe we should change this to a more descriptive word, but so we're still calling act on all the methods or all the actors in the stage. So the pipe is still so that the bird can act, and acceleration can be applied to the bird, or the gravity can still be applied to bird, and bird will still move. So the problem with this is going to be that the pipes are still going to act. So we need to make the pipes stay still. Let's just verify that when I run this, that the pipes continue to move. But this means we're going to have to go into our pipes and make sure that they're dead. Our bird still isn't falling for some reason. And let's just take care of that first. So our bird needs to fall. So I think I still need, I'm going to steal these methods, or these function calls. We still want to apply acceleration and update position to the bird. You can't just change the velocity and not tell it to update the position. So let's check this. And the bird is falling super slowly. It's not accelerating because I'm setting the velocity y to 0 every frame. So I only want to do that once. Where should I do that? So instead of doing it here, I can set the velocity y to 0 in the die method. That didn't work. How do I... There it is. So we'll set the velocity y to 0 and die. That should take care of that. So in our gameplay screen, when we die, search for dead. We need to, not only do we need to call bird.die, we need to call let's make a method called kill the pipe pairs. And Alt enter, create the method for pipe pair for each pair in pipe pairs. Remember, we have a list of pipe pairs that we're keeping track of in this gameplay screen. We need to get the bottom one and set state. I think we need a, let's go to pipe here. We need a state for our pipe. Oh, we do have a state. I need to make a getter and setter for that state. Back here. So now we can get the state, or set the state to, God damn it. You did not just ruin my whole stream. Okay. You can just ignore that, please. Set state to... Where was I, man? I totally lost my train of thought. That's funny. Well, you get a little bit of entertainment in this video, I guess, right? That's good. Videos are pretty boring otherwise, so state that dead, or no, pipe. How's that gonna work? Why doesn't let me do that? Dead. that okay? Why not? Why can't I do that? I don't understand. Yeah, that's what I want to do, just this. Pipe.state.dead. Yeah, it's because I need to make the state public instead of private, so yeah, I'll just change that to public. Okay. There it is. It's okay with that. So we're also going to get the top pipe, do the same thing. And, whoops. That's all we have to do to kill the pipe errors. We also have to stop the ground. Stop the ground. I'm gonna make that method. For ground. So I think I'm going to do this differently in the future, but for now this is the way the ground is done. Basically just have two ground objects and they're just the same as the pipes. They're scrolling and then they're moving to the other side of the screen. So let's just make a stop method in here. Public void stop. Set. I have to set the velocity to 0. I'll just make the velocity public to do this really quickly, so that I can just do ground1.vel. That's it. Stop. Okay. Let's see how this works. Here we go. Uh-oh. Pipe pair and pipe pairs. What's wrong with this? Cannot be used and nested. Has next. What the? I'm not sure why this is complaining. Whoops. That's a really weird error. I don't know, I guess it just something about the LibGDX array that it doesn't like, I guess, so let's just change this to a like counting for loop. Just like that. Let's see if it has an issue with that. Okay, it's alright with that. There it is. Let's try that one more time. Looked like when I hit the ground, it didn't properly stop the whole game. But it looks like it works otherwise. Let's see when yeah. Okay. So we need to also, do the same thing we did when we hit the ground or the ceiling, make the game stop. So where does it check for that? Bird. Somewhere in bird, I think it checks for the ceiling. I think we just need to call die. Yeah, we can't just do this here. We have to tell the gameplay screen as well that we just died. So how about we just make the gameplay screen see if the bird is dead, and then if it is, that's when we'll set the state to dead, set the gameplay state to dead, or set the screen to dead. Dead. So right now we set it to dead when only when we check the collisions here. So where can I put this? I'll just put a check here, I guess. If bird.state, really? I have to make a accessor for the state here, for my bird state. Otherwise I can't check. There it is. State. Okay. I also have to change the state to, but not that, I mean the declaration to public. Otherwise this class doesn't know what state I'm talking about. Doesn't have visibility into the bird's state. So state equals state.dead. Looks okay. Let's see if this works. No, it didn't work. So my bird is dead, but we're still moving. Why are we still moving? State. Bird state equals dead. Then the gameplay screen state. Oh, we still have to. We can't just set the state. We also do a bunch of stuff. We were also doing all this stuff as well. Like that. Okay. since this is repeated 4 times, let's give it a method. I'm going to move it into a private method. Alt-Shift-M, I think. No. Alt-Shift-R. Control-R. No. Let's see. Extract. Control-M. So I highlight something, push Control-Alt-M. And we can just give it a name. So what are we doing? Setting. There. We'll just call it Stop the World. And in Stop the World, the bird dies, the pipe hairs die, the ground stops, and the state of the game is set to dead. So it automatically detected that we have another thing here that we can replace with our method that we just made. We'll say yes, and we can do it here too. Stop. Okay. So here's our method we just made. Okay, so let's see how this works. So now hopefully everything's going to stop when we hit the ground or the ceiling. Yep. One more time. Just check the ceiling now. And it looks like I'm at 22 minutes, so I better stop this video soon. Yep, looks good. All right. So that's it. In the next video, we'll go over, I guess, making the bird sort of rotate downwards towards the ground so it doesn't just, maintain its current rotation and fall down. So that's all for this video. Let me know if you have any feedback, and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.